Hello, Travis here from Pegasus Online. Today I'm going to go over the CHK Payroll Services website. There's a couple things to go over before we dive in. First off, this is a prototype. It works pretty good to just kind of show how everything will look. But there is a huge flaw, which is when you squeeze down the window, all the text and everything squeezes down too. This is not how your site will work. So please resize this until the center content stops moving, kind of like it is right here, or you have white bars all the way around it. Now that way you'll know what the full width and full height of the site will look like. So I'll just kind of size it here so it looks as close to the finished product as we can get. So the next thing is we're using Latin filler text. This text, of course, will be replaced with your content writer, and that step happens after the development process of the design. Right now we're in the design process, so the order is design, development, and then content. So all this will get replaced then. The other thing is we're using stock filler images, so you'll see this stock, what's this called, watermark over the top of the image. This will disappear once you approve these images. But right now, they're really just placeholders. Your content writer will go through and select the images that they think will work best with your content. And you, of course, do have the opportunity to help select those images and, have some weigh in on the whole process. So with that said, I think that's everything. Let me kind of go over the software that we use. So the software we're using is called XD, Experience Design. It has a powerful feature where you can add comments here. So I'll just create a test comment. You can actually drag a pin and say you want to talk about that logo. You just hit submit, and what'll happen is it'll notify me that a comment has been left on that section there. We will wait for an email saying that you're done making your comments. Before then, we will just kind of ignore those notifications until we get a notification from you that you're done adding comments and are ready for the next step or phase of the design process. So if you have any questions on that, just let me know. All right, so we'll dive in. The first thing, of course, is the header. This is the header that'll be throughout the site on the top of all your pages. All our headers stay stuck to the top of the screen as you're scrolling down. There is a neat feature with this one where the header actually shrinks down when you're scrolling, so that way you're not taking up so much screen real estate here. So what'll happen is this tagline will disappear, and then this navigation bar will kind of slide up just below the phone number here, and then this logo will shrink too. There is a note with this logo. It's totally up to you, but I think we should remove this background element because it's forcing this text to be pretty small here in this part. So if we just put the CHK payroll larger here, it will be more readable, especially when it shrinks down. If this shrinks down, then I can barely see the payroll piece. You probably will not even be able to make that out, and CHK may be visible, but that's about it. So that's one note there. Let me know what you want to do with that logo. Next, we have this navigation below. This is what we call a standard navigation. The nice thing about this is it has some space. So if you wanted to add an extra navigational element, you can. You just want to avoid long names, keep it short, keep it simple. It seems like we have all the space here, but we need to consider what this will do on tablets or smaller screen devices. So we want to keep this free, just so there's a little bit of flex space. If we are on a smaller screen and this is full, then these navigational items just start stacking, and that looks pretty awful. So we'd like to avoid that. Next, we have the fast and simple splash or welcome area. This area here has a image. It has a logo. We added this wrapper here for the logo to sit inside, and it just kind of creates a little bit of contrast, so this logo can be made out. If this wasn't here, we would see, or we would have trouble seeing all of this. I think it was getting lost in his sleeve, this payroll piece here. So we do have a little bit of content, call to action. This text can change at any time, even when the site's live. Any of the text you see, any of the images you see can be changed when the site is live. This is just kind of filler for right now. And then of course we have this button here. When you click it, and it scrolls you down to the next section, and that moves us into your top 3 or top content section. Here we have some visual elements on the side, kind of using that abacus look. We also have a 2 title section here. Then here we have a top 3. This is basically how the top 3 will work. When you hover over one of these 3, we kind of get this subtle highlight around it, and the whole thing is clickable. So you can make these link up to other pages within your website. This is the way it'll look normally, and then this is the hover state. Next we have your YU section. We don't like it to be considered a about you. Nobody really cares. This is something we tell everybody. Nobody cares who you are. They care about what you can do for them, and that's what this section is designed to do, is inform them on the services you can offer people. So here we have a 2 title section at the top. We love these because you can ask a question and then answer it directly below. We also have another title, content, and then we have bullet points below that. We have a call to action right here. We have this color strip here. This can change at any point. We also have a space for an image here, and then of course this abacus texture in the background. Below that we get into your featured testimonial area. This area here has another 2 title section here, space for your logo, because we like to kind of marry your branding or your imagery with your testimonials. And here you can kind of see how a testimonial will look. You'll have a title, star rating, the body of the testimonial, and then of course the who it's from piece. Below that you'll notice that there's a little navigation here. This is indeed a slider, so when you click on any of these, it will slide between those featured testimonials. And the way this works is, say you have 20 testimonials on your site, and 5 of those stand out to you, or 8 of those stand out to you. What we'll do is automatically pull the top of those and the featured versions of those, and place them in this area here. These will randomly get selected every single time the page is loaded, so every time somebody comes down here, they'll see new testimonials at the bottom of the screen. Of course, we have a call to action here, and people like to use this in ways like click here to read more testimonials, or have an experience you'd like to share with us. Click here to share it, something along those lines. Below that we have your contact info. So here we have your phone, email, contact blurb. This is a perfect place for you to set the expectations for your customers. So if they are going to call you or email you, in here you could say, you know, our office hours are from this time to this time. We'll usually reply within 48 hours, you know, blah, blah, blah. Something along those lines, just to set the expectation for your customers. We, of course, have your Find Us. This is your social media area here. If you don't have social media, this will just disappear. And, of course, you can upload any icon from our Font Awesome library. It includes everything for social media. And, yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Over here we have a area with the map. If you want, we can have this map be displayed. But if you don't, we can hide this and actually put a skyline maybe of your local area, or some other image to kind of go along with this. Some people actually put their office staff or their office building here, something like that. We do have a Get Directions button, and we have an address area here, but if we don't want those displayed, we can always hide that as well too. Over here we have the CHK logo on this side. And then down here we have call to action area with the contact now button. When you click this button, a modal will drop down from the top, and this is where you would put your contact form. And this will be at the bottom of every single page, this whole section here. So that's how that works. If you click anywhere on this comp, it'll take you to the next page. This is an example of the about page. So this is how your subpage will look. It has this kind of pop-up effect over the top of an image here in the background. Space for your tagline. We also feature a new technology that we just added, which is a page CTA. This is a page that, or a CTA, or call to action, that can be used on any page. You have a space in the back of the website to set it as a default. So if you wanted to go to contact us or services or something like that, you can do that. But if you wanted to go to something else on in an individual page, you do have the option to do that as well. So this is how your images will look. And then this is your content here and your foot contact area right here. So that's pretty much it. So please review. Let me know if you have any comments, questions, anything like that. Do feel free to go to full screen. Sorry I didn't do that during the presentation, but you can click through and kind of view it for yourself. So looking forward to your feedback, and have a good rest of your day. And I'll just be keeping an eye out in my email for your feedback. So thanks. Have a good day. Bye.